The thing about coaching people is, and I'll fucking say it, I don't care, because every coach tiptoes around and pretends they know everything in the industry. Coaching is educated guessing. Like, that's what we do. Like, when we put plans in place, we put plans in place because there's a lot of evidence behind what we're doing that it will work. But it doesn't always work. Hey guys, welcome back to the Project Transform Podcast, where we will be talking all things health, lifestyle and fitness. I am your host, Jack.
And I am Maddy. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We've made it back. I don't even know what number we're up to now. But
6, I think. Something like that. 6, around there.
Yeah, but who knows? No one's heard our first one yet, so...
Yeah.
I've heard it. Did you listen to it all the way
Yeah, I
through?
listened to it today on the way to my check-in.
And
so I can't believe I sound like this. I'll never listen to the next
No,
one again.
all I could think was, so we batch record a couple, just because we're busy people, you know.
Yeah.
But in the first batch of recording, I was sick, had a chest infection, but we just couldn't push it out any further. And that's all I can hear when I listen to the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're talking like this.
And then wiping my nose away from the camera. None of that today. So
We're all healthy, able-bodied people.
Healthy, yeah, very healthy. We talk about all things health here.
But we're sick.
Yeah, all the time. No. But what have you been up to?
Nothing much. I live the most plain, boring life there is. I eat my chicken and rice. Actually, no, mince and rice. I eat my mince and rice.
Yeah, mince and rice is good.
Eat my chicken and potato.
Yeah.
I lift heavy shit and I train my clients. That's literally it.
That's your life.
Sometimes I play my Xbox. Sometimes, if I get time.
What game do you play?
At the moment, I'm hooked on Formula 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have picked you for that.
Neither, because I don't watch it. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know, there's something exhilarating about just being in the cockpit. I'm like, game. And like, I'm one of those people that holds controller and I'm like, I lean with the controller. Like,
that's
I'm
how I
in
bowl when I go bowling.
You lean. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I thought you mean like you bowl on a lean. I was like, what are you talking
No,
about?
like you throw the ball and then you're like, this way.
Yeah, no. So that's, I'm in the F1s at the moment. Or it's normally like, what else do I play? I don't know. Sometimes some Fortnite. No build mode though, because I hate building.
I was gonna say, definitely. Maybe I would have picked you for Fortnite actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play that much anymore though. When I was young and fat, I used to be a little sweaty nerd.
Really?
Me and my best mate. I probably shouldn't say this story on podcast because it's probably illegal. But we used to we were both 17, and we used to put our surfboards on his wagon, put our L plates up, and then drive to the beach in the day. And we'd surf at Sandy Point, and then we'd drive back home. We'd go to the shops, get some snacks for the night. We'd play Xbox all night till like 4 a.m. Have 4 hours sleep, and then we'd get up and do it
again. That is hectic.
Because we were so big and we both looked like adults, we never got pulled over for driving with two 17-year-olds in the car.
That is wild.
Yeah, so
I have a client whose husband's a police officer.
Well, arrest me, come on. I wasn't driving.
It was too long ago.
I was the passenger. So.
There you go.
Dash cams weren't around back then.
You rule breaker.
What was that? That was 8 years ago. That's
You're
crazy.
Old. We should have asked Chucky when he was here earlier just how old he was, because he's the oldest of the lot.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he was around when fossils weren't called fossils; they were still called dinosaurs.
He is Jurassic Park.
He is. But yeah, no, that's it. I've just been busy. I'm working on my business. I'm working on teaching myself some new things, some new skills, some educational stuff.
Nice.
Which I then plan on bringing in the form of, haven't decided, either seminars or like a webinar series.
Ooh.
Like a bit of a webinar series that I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, so
This is the first time hearing of this. I'm excited.
I've been slowly chipping away in the background. It's just a lot of work. So it might not get done for a long time, but it'll get done eventually. Maybe end of the year. And then
it's exciting. Stay tuned, everyone.
Yeah.
Stay
if you
tuned.
want it, you're paying for it. That's all I'm saying.
There's no early bird sale.
No, wait. Early bird took me forever to make. You're not getting no early bird. Full price only. And for my friends,
and top dollar.
Still full price. Yeah. No discounts. I'm ruthless.
You're not a discount person.
Nah.
No.
Do you go to Coles, pick up a loaf of bread if it's not on sale and go, can I get this on sale price?
Well, no, because I don't know anybody that works at Coles.
But even, no, dumb. Even if you did, they're not going to give it to you on sale price. They're going to say, no, you have to pay for the full amount of bread. Yes.
No, I think that's a dumb analogy.
Why?
Because
Tell me it's wrong. Am I not a product or a service? Is my coaching not a service?
No,
It's
I know.
no, yeah. So not dumb. Don't listen to Maddie, guys. Listen to me. Full price. Anti-discount game.
Yeah. Mr. Negative over here today.
I'm positive. I'm happy. I'm positive that everyone will be paying full price for my webinar.
Full price. So just in case anyone wanted to know, full price and full price only.
Yeah.
No haggling down.
No bartering unless you buy my groceries for a week. If someone buys my groceries for a week, they can.
Do you know what? I would do that deal.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal, is it?
Yeah,
God
because
damn.
groceries are freaking expensive.
Yeah, and are tedious. I don't want to go shopping for them.
So I actually don't mind going grocery shopping. I find it, but I'm in a routine at the moment, and I feel like that's very adult of me.
That
to
is.
say.
Yeah.
But it's like that. I go at a certain time normally,
Yeah.
and I have my list. I'm like a nana because I don't write it on my notes in my phone. Riley gets really embarrassed by me because either I go, because he works at Aldi. Shout out to my brother Riley, who he did say actually he wants a segment on this.
Does he?
Yeah,
We'll
he
give it to
does.
him. We'll
He
give it
does.
to him.
He wants a guest speaker. We'll give it to him. Get all of his mates on. No, but he either will come with me, and so then he loves it because he says hi to all of his Aldi mates, and then or I go in by myself and I have my list with my Aldi and Woolworths like side, and I have a pen that stays in my jacket so I don't forget it, and I like mark off my grocery shopping.
Do you write it in cursive? Because that's what my nan does. So I'm assuming you're probably pretty close to what she does.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
You're old. I wasn't sugarcoating it.
I don't know. It's just my writing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Riley gets embarrassed. He's like, you know that you have a phone. Can you put it on your phone? I'm like, yeah, but it's just not the same.
It's
the same.
not. Oh, well, I use my phone. But Jamie had a go at me the other week, actually, because
Oh.
I used my phone and I put it in my notes. But, you know, he can do like the little checkpoint
Yeah,
bubbles?
yeah.
I don't use that. I just write it and then I put a tick emoji once I've bought it.
Oh,
Once
I would
I've
do
got it.
that.
And Jamie goes, that's ridiculous. You can't do that. Why don't you just use the bubbles? I'm like, I don't want to. And
I love how
goes,
she says, you can't do that.
Yeah. Well, I did.
can.
I can and I did.
Okay.
Sorry, Mum.
So Jamie's the mum of the group. I'm the nana. But it's all right.
What am I? The youngest child gets away with everything.
No, I feel like you're a middle child.
Probably middle child.
Yeah.
Not enough attention, some reckon.
Yeah, no, I reckon you're a middle child because you argue.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
you get
That's
angry
fair.
and you argue.
Yeah, I
but
do.
then you argue and you don't actually care about the outcome.
Nah, I couldn't care.
Like you don't care about the outcome.
I just like
It's
playing
just-
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just fun.
And just riling people up. So, but no. Anyway, we should get into the episode. Today we are going to talk about 3 reasons why people quit. So on their health and fitness journey, whether it be, and I don't think this just comes back down to weight loss. I think a lot of what's out there is weight loss focus, but whether it's weight loss, whether you're just looking at maintaining and not going, like not yo-yoing or even putting on size, why is it that people quit? So
Yeah.
Jack, take it away. We've come with 3 answers
Yeah.
that we think sum up why, and sorry if it's a sore point for people.
Bad fucking luck.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So
Yeah. So I think one of the main reasons why people just quit or give up or just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I guess, is they don't see the physical changes that they thought they were going to see, or they don't have realistic expectations of the physical changes they expect to see. So by that, I mean, like, you know, scale weight might not be changing, but you haven't taken any waist measurements and your waist could be down fucking 3 centimeters. I literally, believe it or not, funny enough that this is the topic of the day, I just had a client and she didn't change in weight at all, but she dropped 3 centimeters this week. And I'm like, that's the things you got to look at. And if you don't take those measurements, you don't know. So a lot of people focus on scale weight. It's not even the best tool to use, but it is a good tool in general for us to know, but it's not something that we rely on. So, and I think people don't feel like their clothes are getting loose enough quick enough, or just little things like that. And everybody.
you're not going to drop a dress size in a week.
No,
Like
no.
it's just not. That's an unrealistic expectation.
And everybody is very different. And you know, I'll fucking cut the fat right now. When you lose something stupid in the first week of weight loss or something like that, chances are you're losing a lot of water retention.
Yeah.
You're losing a lot of bloating around your midsection of your stomach because you're starting to eat proper nutritious
you've probably got
foods.
some nutrients in you.
100%. Your body's actually like, all right, fuck, give me a bit. It's
I
like,
can go to the toilet now.
yeah, literally. So I think that plays a massive part in those quick rapid drops, because you'll see that maybe in the first week or two, but then they stop, and that's when people get caught up in that it's not working. But it is.
Why did it work in the beginning? I'm doing all the things.
100%. And I think even with you could use both examples here, like a surplus for a deficit for weight loss. Sometimes your body takes a little bit to register it's in a deficit. Like, it doesn't register straight away that you don't have enough energy to meet its needs, especially if you're already overweight and you have a surplus of energy. And then when you're in a surplus trying to gain muscle and gain weight, if you're gaining lean tissue properly, it's going to take a very, very long time. Like, people expect to gain 5 kilos of muscle in a year. It's not going to happen.
So much harder than that.
Even
and you've
if
got to
you
be
did
training
that-
freaking hard in that time.
Yeah, and even if you did that, I think it works out to like 96 grams or something a week.
Yeah.
96 grams a week. You're not going to see 96 grams of muscle in your body. It's not going to
way.
fill out your frame. So it's just not realistic. I think people need to be a little bit more realistic with their goals before.
And I guess that comes back to education, like, which is
100%.
what we want to give is don't quit because you think it's not working in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Well, it's
100%.
not. That's a very unrealistic expectation to have. And I think it's hard when you compare your journey to others too. Like, I've got a client at the moment. She's only been with me for 11 weeks. She's down 12 or 13 kilos. Just
Jesus.
like smashed it. And and honestly has not been 100% on the plan. Yeah. I've got another client who's been with me for 8 months. She's just lost 5. And she's like on the plan all the time. Yeah. Completely different people. Now, like, this other girl, this is where we have to go. Visual progress is not just scales. It's not just waist measurement. It's photos. Like, if you look at her photos, she looks as though she's lost the same amount as this other girl. Yeah. But it's just a different journey. So, you've got to take different forms of data. I'm really big on that one, and I think that's probably just from learning it myself, because I've been that person who's been like, well, it hasn't worked. I've been on it for 4 weeks. And I'm tired and I'm hungry and it's not working. Like,
and I think people need to be educated around why things fluctuate. They do. And like, I know I've harped on about it a fair bit with my clients. I've made Instagram posts about it time and time again. Still, a lot of people won't see that and they don't understand. But like, for me, for example, my weight this week, it fluctuated like a kilo the other day, just overnight. And I just had a bit of a rough night's sleep. Didn't put on a kilo of fat, didn't do anything wrong, ate to my plan. I just had a rough night's sleep. And then I had a good night's sleep the following night and I was over a kilo down. And I'm trying to gain weight. So I'm not even trying to lose weight. Like, I'm gaining. So it's very up and down, and I think people don't realize that. And every person's physique and body and demands, like energy demands and everything, are so different. And so I think visual progress, you're right. And this is why, like, I know this week a lot in check-ins, I don't always go over photos, especially not week to week with clients. But this week was a big one of going back over and looking at the last couple of weeks, or looking from week to week, or whatever it might have been for the individual, and going, hang on, I just want to show you what has actually happened. Even though you're getting annoyed that, oh, maybe I'm not moving, I'm stuck at this point. Well, actually, hang on, let's go back and look. And actually look at the visual progress, and not where you're stuck in your head right now. Let's look back on the last 4 months or 3 months or whatever it might be, 12 months. And then they go, okay. So I think it's our job as coaches, if you do have a coach, to just remind them about how far they've come sometimes. And we look at bodies every day. We look at progress photos.
And I'm not looking at your one little bit. Like your one insecurity. No, I'm looking at everything.
And we can notice the smallest of changes, believe it or not. Like, we can see if your delts are popping a little bit more, or your chest has come through a bit, or whatever it may be. Your legs are looking leaner, whatever it is.
Even skin quality,
hair quality, like all that stuff as well. Like, you can see it in photos, and everyone goes, oh, but it's the lighting. It doesn't make that much difference. You can still tell. Like, you can still see. If your skin's not purple and it looks a normal colour now, chances are you've got healthier skin. That's a big win compared to losing 500 grams off the scales that week. So,
absolutely.
I've got a lot of like anecdotal I guess, points for this because I've done it as well. So it's like, even like with the next gen challenge when I did that, when I lost 20 kilos in those 10 weeks, from the start, I weighed myself at the start and I refused to weigh myself through the challenge. I said, I'm going to go all 10 weeks without knowing what I weigh, and then I'm going to weigh myself at the end and just test it.
Would have been so hard. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah, but once you got in that routine, it was like, I didn't care. Like I wasn't checking in with anyone every week.
Yeah, you were just head down.
I was just head down, get it done, eat what I had to eat. And I lost 20 kilos, but by the last week of the challenge, I thought I looked the same in the mirror. And then it's not till I compared photos, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I've changed heaps. But the whole time, and it's because you look at yourself every single day.
Yeah.
And your brain, when you look at yourself every single day, your brain can't pick up those small, minute changes. It has to be over time. So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so true. So I think, lack of visual progress. And if that is you, then do something about it.
Yeah.
If you are somebody that keeps quitting because the scale isn't moving, freaking do something about it. Take some more data, look back, and if it's not moving, then you probably need to follow your plan a bit better.
Yeah,
like that's
100%.
That's the reality of it.
And the thing about coaching people is, and I'll fucking say it, I don't care, because every coach tiptoes around and pretends they know everything in the industry. Coaching is educated guessing. Like, that's what we do. Like, when we put plans in place, we put plans in place because there's a lot of evidence behind what we're doing that it will work. But it doesn't always work. There's a lot of times we have to make changes to people's plans and
which
things
is
like
why
that.
we
And
always say we've got a lot of tools in our toolkit.
that's it.
Yeah, there's
and
not one way to track or whatever. Yeah.
potentially the plan that someone puts in place or your coach puts in place for you won't work. And people will hate that I say that, and I don't give a fuck, because that's what it is. Like, your coach is going to guess what's best for you. Some of those guesses are
based on experience.
Or evidence. Like, they're 95% certain that it's going to work, which is great, and it probably does. And that's where things like basic things like surpluses and deficits and that are calculated. They've been calculated using formulas. Those formulas are almost guaranteed to work in a sense. Like, it's science in that regard. But everything else that we do is potentially a guess, and we just, whether it's 99% likely to work or 60% likely to work, that's what we do. And yeah, because we can't ever know one single person's body as well as we know our own.
No, that's very true.
But yeah.
So number 2, and I actually love that Jack said this just before we started, was I sort of said, it's lack of enjoyment why people quit, but lack of underestimating the hard. Not lack of. They've got plenty of it.
Yeah.
Underestimating the hard stuff. And I think I automatically think back to, like, I am that classic. I've done shake diets. I've done cutting carbs. I've done keto. I've done it all. And then getting to a point where I just had to pull my finger out and just do the hard stuff. And then went and did the shoot, and, like, you're in the trenches of hard stuff. And I think that's a very character building. But yeah, I don't think that people understand it's not meant to be easy.
No.
If you're overweight and you need to lose weight and get healthy, it's not going to drop off.
Chances are you got fucking fat from taking the easy option. Like, and I can say that because I was fat. I took the easy options.
Yeah.
Like, I got fat from taking easy options.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
unless you have a serious medical condition, which is a whole different ballgame. That's like a 2% of people will have that.
Yeah.
Chances are you're just taking the easy route your whole life, which has got you to where you are. So now you need to choose a little bit of a harder route to get back to a better position, which will then ultimately be easier for the rest of your life. You're making your longevity easier by choosing the hard path now.
Yeah.
So.
And I think some people genuinely do try to do everything the hard way. Like, they do.
Yeah.
And so, like, I know I've found with clients where you've got to say, hang on, no, come on. You don't need to do all of that. You just need to do this.
Yeah,
like
100%.
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But then you've got some people who think that they're doing the hard stuff, and they're not. I don't know. I'm sorry, but you can get up earlier to go for a walk.
Yeah,
you can.
100%.
And I get that it can be hard. Like, I've been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there where you're really grinding away at work, or work's just really hard, and maybe home is really hard as well. But you can get up 5 minutes earlier or 15 minutes earlier and get up and go for a walk to get your steps in if your step count's really high.
100%. Even like the shoot, when I was doing the shoot, it was COVID for most of the time that I did the shoot.
Yeah.
I was working in construction at the time, so I was still working every day. I didn't have money to go buy a treadmill or anything like that for home. So my list cardio involved me getting up at 4 o'clock every morning, putting a rain jacket on and running up and down a hill to keep my heart rate in the right zone. But I did it because it's hard, but you got to do it. And that's probably a bit more of an extreme example.
Yeah.
But if I can do that, then someone can get up and go for a walk.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
It's being hungry is not easy.
No, it's not.
Being hungry is not easy. Being super full to the point where you want to throw up is not easy.
Which is where Jack's at right now.
Yeah, literally.
Food went up.
Being like knowing you have to, you finish work for the day, you're knackered, and you still got 4,000 steps, 5,000 steps to get. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to be easy. Like you think all your favorite, I guess, fitfluencers or coaches on Instagram, things like that, they do the same hard things.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Yeah.
They're doing the same hard things. Like,
which is literally we have talks about this all the time, because us as a collective of coaches, we're not great at showing up on social media. Like, it's not our first love. I don't wake up in the morning and think I'm going to get on Instagram and tell everybody what I'm doing this morning.
Yeah.
And majority of that is because I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, life looks very different for me at the moment, but pregnancy, I was getting up, I was eating the same oats that I've been eating for years.
Yep.
With the same brand, the same protein powder.
Yep.
I was having the same lunch. It was the same meal prep on the same day. Like, it's that stuff day in, day out, and it's boring.
Yeah. It's boring, but then you got to think of, all right, say you're overweight now, you're trying to lose weight. It's boring eating the same meals. It's boring meal prepping. It's convenient meal prepping. It's actually easier to meal prep and eat a meal out of the fridge than it is to go through a fast food and get a fucking Macca's or some shit like that. It's definitely easier, but you got to realize it's boring now. But when you lose the weight, you can live such a sick lifestyle. Like, I remember another story. Fuck it. I guess a lot of these podcasts are going to be anecdotal stories. But I went rock climbing once when I was like heavier, bigger. I could do one of the walls, two of the walls. There come a wall where you are self-harnessed in, so you don't have to have someone holding the rope to let you down. Yeah. I couldn't rock climb because I was too heavy for the harness. As soon as I lost all my weight, I went rock climbing. Yeah. And I love it. It's fun. Like, I still kind of do it now. Not right now because I'm fucking heavy as right now. But like when I lost the weight, I could do all these things that I couldn't do when I was overweight. And made every single day, minute, second of the boring stuff worthwhile. Because I could go hang out with my mates and do cool shit. So I think that's people look short term. Yeah. Attention spans are shorter. Everything's shorter. Everything's short form right now. Yeah. But you have to look longevity wise when it comes to your health, your body, your fitness, all that. So, but yeah, like would you prefer to just eat your boring meals every day or have pain in your knees and your back for the rest of your life? Yeah. Like there's pros and cons to everything. Yeah. But you got to weigh up risk and reward. Yeah. So it's interesting. I was just scrolling Instagram actually this morning, and it was I think it was a TED talk, and I can't remember who it was, but it was she was talking about like a study that they had done as to how could you tell who was going to be the most successful, or what are the characteristics of somebody who will be the most successful, something like that. Anyway, not very good at storytelling, but she went into schools to like test them based on standardized testing. She went into businesses, she went into sales, all this sort of thing, and could they pick the person who was going to be the most successful? Anyway, at the end of the day, in all of that testing, what it came down to was grit. That's what it came down to. It didn't matter how educated you were. It didn't matter like how you did on the testing. It didn't matter if you were terrible at sales in the beginning compared to somebody who was naturally very good at it. If you had grit and were willing to put your head down and work and to do the stuff, do the hard stuff, you were going to be the most successful there. Yeah. And I think that's like something you can take something from that in go in and give it your all. Yeah. Do the gritty stuff. Yes, it'll get hard, and yes, you might have underestimated it, but don't shy away from it. That's it. And we're not saying you have to jump in and do fucking 15,000 steps and 5 days a week training and shit like that. You have to eat 800 calories to lose weight rapidly. It's not that. It's show up, have the determination and the grit and the willingness to do one thing better than you did the week before, and
Yeah.
then build on it and build on it and build on it, and you'll
Yeah.
have a snowball effect, and you'll be fucking flying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think that's the main
absolutely.
part. But
And don't quit when one day goes bad. Or even
Yeah.
when 1 month goes bad.
Yeah.
I think that's something too. Like
100%.
just because there's a few bad days in a row or a few bad weeks, like I think again during winter is hard. People are really sick, and it could have been a very easy excuse for me over the last couple of months because I've just felt like I was sick for a good couple of weeks there, and it could have been a very easy excuse for me to just be like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm just not doing anything. But you've got to remember, okay, it's just a phase. Okay, my focus can't be on this.
Yeah.
It now has to change to looking after my overall health. But once I've got that back under control, I'm going to put my head down again.
What's 1 month out of 60 years?
Exactly.
Like, it's not a lot. So
Exactly. So, yeah, I think lack of people quit because they underestimate the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And it leads into our third one is they're lazy.
pretty much.
And
don't
you don't
want
want
it.
to put in the work.
Don't want it bad enough. And as cliche as that sounds, it's the truth. Let's be fucking serious. Like,
Yeah.
if you want something, you'll achieve it. Like, it can go from the most basic sense to the most complex sense when you say that saying. Like, do you want to get out of bed and have Cocoa Pops for breakfast, or would you rather have an apple? Most people might want a Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
That's
They're
your choice.
delicious.
Like, you've chosen to not really choose a hard option and eat fruit.
Yeah.
Like, you can range it from anything. Then it comes to, you know, do you choose to do an extra set that day? Do you choose,
Or just even the extra rep when it's burning
Yeah.
and going, okay, yeah, 1 rep more.
Yeah,
Like-
most people have like 4 reps more. Personally, I believe.
Definitely.
Like, let's be serious, but yeah, I
Hard
think it
ass over
comes
here.
down to, I think it comes down to like it's hard, but you just don't want to do it bad enough. Yeah, it comes to like, do you want to make basic healthy decisions, or do you want to just stay in the same spot? Do you want to just tread water? And if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. And as much as that might offend people, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? Because it's true.
I do think that it is a learned skill. I think that, like, some people do have an innate ability to just push that little bit hard. Like my dad, for example, no one is going to beat him. Like, when it comes to hard work, he will just work like an absolute dog, and he will work harder than anyone else in the room. But that's just who he's always been. In saying that, though, I think that is a learnt skill over time. Like, he probably wasn't, like, he's 60 something now. I don't think he was at the level that he is now, or when he was 40 to when he was 20. He's probably a weird case because he is just that kind of guy. But you learn it and you get better at it. And so when it comes to health and fitness, yeah, you might be a generally lazy person, and that probably isn't why you've seen any results, but you can change that.
Yeah.
Don't take the easy option and go, well, I'm just a lazy person.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Work a little bit harder and do something when you really don't want to do it. Just one thing. It doesn't have to be everything.
Yeah.
Just one thing, and learn that skill. And the more you do it, the better you get, and the better results you'll get.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
think that is in line for everything.
Yeah, I was almost about to disagree, but I agreed near the end.
Yeah.
You pulled it back. You sold me at the end. Because I think much the same way. I think it is something that you learn, but I think it's something that's ingrained into every person. I think wanting something bad enough, or having that grit and that determination to do something, I think that's just a decision. When I stepped on the scales at 158.8 kilos one day and I said, holy fuck, I need to lose weight or I'm going to die. That was a decision. That wasn't me going, yeah, I'm determined to fucking get to 89. I never knew where I was going to get to. But the thing is that I just made the decision. And then the thing that sold me, like what you said, is you build on that. You build on that. And that's what I did. I built on it. I made a decision to start.
Yeah.
And now I built on it, and now I'm here. So, yeah. So
Yeah, because I
agree.
think
I
you're
do
probably
agree.
a different person to what you were. I think you have that ingrained in your
probably.
soul
Yeah.
anyway, just
Yeah.
from knowing you. But yeah, I think it's probably stronger now, even from when you did the shoot. I reckon your like grit and determination would be different.
Yeah.
It's different
Yeah,
now.
it's different. It's
Yeah.
different. There's different levels to it. but
Yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, don't quit because you. And I think it comes back to, like I say a lot, like, back yourself.
Yeah,
Bring
100%.
back yourself, right? Believe in yourself for a hot minute, and do something that you never thought that you could.
Yeah,
And put in the work for a change.
yeah. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Don't be a sook.
Yeah. If it means that you don't go home early, and you stay a little bit longer, even if it's 5 minutes, like, or you do that extra set, or you do that extra few reps, like,
Yeah.
So
100%.
Anyway, but I think that's pretty much all we wanted to say today, was just nice, short and sweet one. You know, people quit for a variety of different reasons, and there is more to it than just that. But
we're talking to the general consensus of
Yeah,
people that quit for lack of results or lack of effort, not people that have genuine things that they need to look out for.
And, you know, don't be afraid to back yourself in those situations and get the job done.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
get the job done. And, you know, that visual progress, I think, is a big one. Like, not seeing scales go down or things like that.
100%.
That's when you need to get a little bit more educated. And if you are working with a coach, ask questions.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is this happening?
100%. And I think people hire a coach and think it's a magic pill. It's not. You can't just hire a coach and shit starts happening. You've got to hire a coach. They will make their plans for you.
Yeah.
You still need to action the plans to get the results that you want. And if you action them 80%, you're going to get 80% of the results. If you action them 50%, you're going to get half the results. If you action them 100%, you're going to get all the results. Like, it's that simple. But
and it is. Don't make it hard.
Literally.
Yes, there'll be hard stuff, but don't make it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. Amazing. Well, hopefully somebody's got something out of that. Or they're just feeling very targeted at the moment.
Do something about it.
Someone's really mad at the moment.
That means that's you. So that means you need to fucking do better.
You just looked right into the camera then. Like,
I'll be looking in your soul.
Yeah. But if you guys
I don't personally. I'm
no.
straight. But
if you have any questions for Jack on that. What were you going to say?
Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't matter.
But if you do have any questions that you would like answered, please feel free to reach out to us both on Instagram. You can find me at PRJCT TRANSFORM _Maddy. And you can find Jack
at the exact same Insta handle, just with Jack, not Maddy.
Yep. And you can also find us on Facebook and on our main page, Project Transform, on Instagram as well. So hope you're having a great day, enjoying listening. Is this where we say, like, make sure you like and subscribe? Are we at that point yet when we need them to subscribe?
No, I don't care. Don't subscribe.
I do. I care.
Why?
Please like
Actually,
and subscribe.
The more subscribers we have, the more chance I have of a monster sponsorship. So
yeah,
please.
and he really wants that.
I really
monster.
want it.
He's come in today.
Got my green monster.
I don't think he even likes the flavour that much.
I don't like the smell of this one.
Oh, really?
This is probably... Pink's my least favourite.
Oh, everybody froths the pink ones,
Yeah, but they're all fucking weird. So,
fair.
Pink's my least favourite. White's my second least favourite. Then it goes green. And then the gold one. And then the blue one. These are for Monster Ultras, not like normal monsters.
Yeah.
You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's my order.
That's fair.
So, Monster, when you listen to this, please send me out the order I want.
Don't send him a bunch of green ones.
Don't send me the shit ones.
Or pink ones.
Yeah, or white ones. I don't want the white ones. I'm not basic.
And that's going to be the second lot of hate that Jack gets.
Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Over Monster. Anyway, thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, and we will chat to you all later.
I don't know how to say goodbye in any other languages.
Oh, yeah, you've probably used up in your six
Sayonara. That's it.
Bye.